If the sweltering heat is not your thing, you can always stay cool indoors.
But you don't have to stay inside. Get those muscles moving.
So whether you're outdoors or indoors, it's time to get fit and stay active because Game Day weekend starts now.
One of the fiercest competitors and leaders on the court and is known for her beast mode, don't care motto. Game Day weekend welcomes today three-time UAAP volleyball champion and season 75 MVP, also my good friend, Abby Maranyo.
Oh, and a single block by Maranyo.
Read well, but it's on her. Oh, power tip.
Hi Abby, how are you? I'm great actually. I'm really excited to skate with you today. Well, today we will be trying out a sport that was recently made popular by the exploits of a Filipino in Russia. Find out what we're talking about in this edition of The Playbook.
Although the Philippines is a tropical country, the sport of ice skating or figure skating is not something foreign to most Filipinos, as the presence of skating rinks in malls has exposed us to this winter sport. The emergence of Filipino skater Michael Martinez and his recent stint in the 2014 Sochi Winter Olympics has likewise made the sport even more popular. Not to be left out, the Game Day weekend gang headed to the rink and laced up some skates to learn ice skating from a member of the national team. Today to get out of the summer heat and into the SM Mega Mall ice skating rink. We're gonna learn a new sport today, Boom. And
I'm barely standing, but yes, I would like to introduce. I feel like an old man. Well, I am an old man. I'd like to introduce our coach for today, one of the most promising ice skaters that we have here in the Philippines, with Chloe Ramirez.
Hi, Chloe.
Okay.
Welcome to the show.
So can you teach us some basics that we need to learn?
Alright.
Kind of stuck here.
So I'm going to have like this little introduction about figure skating. So it's sort of like ballet and gymnastics, only you're doing it on ice.
Oh, great.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, no problem.
I know nothing about
For me,
The first thing you have to do is that you have to get shoes that fit you really well. They can't be too tight, they can't be too loose. And then you have to lace them up tightly. And then after that, once you get on the ice, some people may opt to wear helmets or protective gear because safety is like a priority here in the SM International Ice Skating Rink here at the Mega Fashion Hall. And once you get on the ice, you have to hold the boards first.
the whole time, right?
Yeah, you're holding. Well, once you get in, so you don't fall.
Okay, okay.
And then once you step on the ice, you have to make sure that you get your balance.
How do we do that?
Like both feet have to be planted on the ice. And once you feel like you're falling, you have to hold your knees.
You're gonna do this a lot.
You're gonna be.
Can I stay like this?
If you wanna start walking forwards, you have to keep your body straight, but not too straight or you're gonna fall backwards. Yeah, relax body, and then you have to keep your arms out. And then you start marching forwards. But you can keep your feet not too far apart, just right here.
Like you actually have to get your
Feet off
Like
the
a
ground.
penguin.
Like a penguin. Okay?
Yeah. And then once you feel like you can do that easily, you can start gliding.
Gliding.
You put your foot in a V position.
So we're gonna try to glide. So we start with a V
Position,
always.
bend your knees.
Bend your knees.
And then you try pushing from whatever foot you feel comfortable with. And then you put your feet together again. You can just march if you want.
V position and then
And then you
glide out. Oh my God! 2 feet away! Yay! What's the better way to fall?
Well, it's better to fall backwards actually. Yeah, because if you fall forward, it's gonna be harder. Like,
And embarrassing.
yeah, actually. What you do if you're gonna fall, pretend you fell already. You just had to put both knees on the ice and push from the knee. So you put both
Should we
knees on the
practice
ice.
that? So then let's pretend we fell.
Okay, go. So bend your knees.
So let's
hold the ice.
pretend that we fell. So
Right?
I fell.
Okay. Hold your knees.
Okay.
And then fall. There we go. So what you do?
fell.
There you fell.
It's wet.
So what you do? You go to your knees. There you go. And then you push off from your knee. You push up. Push up from your
I
knee.
will keep that in mind.
There we go. Okay.
Right now, I think I like where I am.
Yeah. Push up from the knee. There we go.
Not that easy to get up. I need this hand.
All right, so what are you teaching us? What is this?
This is a basic move. It's called a swizzle.
Swizzle.
Forward swizzle.
Snoop Dogg move.
Yeah. See, swizzle. So
Swizzle.
first you have to keep your feet in a V position, and then you bend your knees forward and do an inverted V. See? There we go. Swizzle. Bend your knees and then do V and push and there we go. Yeah.
What's up?
Why are my hands doing it?
Okay, so aside from gliding, marching, gliding, and the swizzle, what else can you?
You can also spin if you want to.
Okay, we can try that.
The basic spin is a 2-foot spin. You have to
spin?
yeah.
Getting ambitious here. Okay,
So
go.
you keep your feet apart the same, and then you do this to your arms, and then you push. That's one of the
How?
Keep your
I
arms
don't have the hair for it.
and then you push. Ah, you're spinning.
What? How do you do it? Wait, again.
Keep your arms, and then you bend your knees, and then you push. There you go. That's a spin.
I can do this, guys. I have a future.
More time. And push.
I know what to do.
Try pushing from the other side, from here.
Yeah.
And then you push this way. Easier. There. Good. There you go.
We've tried gliding, the swizzle, and 1 foot up. How do you stop?
Okay, so to stop, you have to make sure you're gliding first, right? And once you're gliding, you put your right leg forward and you push forward. So it's gonna look something like this. That's the easiest way to stop, the most basic way to stop.
Right.
So you glide forward and you
We learn to march, glide, and swizzle. Find out who has the edge on ice later in the showdown.
We will get to know more about this special person in my life.
We are back. You know, we've had the pleasure of meeting and talking to several UFC superstars when they come visit Manila.
And another elite fighter was in town, and Gameday weekend got the rare chance to chat with him.
Let's get up close and personal with the California Kid, as he is this week's game changer.
Good to have you back.
So Gretchen, what is the worst injury you've ever had while playing sports?
Well, for the past 2 years, I have been treating a shoulder tear and it's been really bad.
That's the unfortunate part of our world, of being in sports and playing sports, and sometimes you can't escape it. But as they say, prevention is better than cure.
And I wish I had known that earlier. But today, we are fortunate enough to learn how to treat common injuries and rehabilitation in the Quick Fix.
sports gear to get after these few messages.
Game Day weekend, we'll be right back.
You're still watching Game Day Weekend. Look and feel good and play even better. How do you achieve that? Well, check it out in the swag.
Who has the skill to glide on ice? Find out when Game Day Weekend returns.
Welcome back. Who will manage to stay standing on the ice? And who will be able to do the moves on skates? There's only one way to find out in the showdown.
Out of nervousness or out of fatigue?
Yeah, with you around.
How about for gliding? You have to lift your foot.
Yeah, you have to lift it.
The Game Day gang momentarily escaped the heat and humidity of summer as we got to learn the basics of skating from promising young skater Chloe Ramirez. But while the temperature inside the rink was colder, the action on the ice was just about to heat up as we were ready for our skating showdown. Okay, Chloe, what's our showdown challenge for today?
Okay, so today, I want you guys to glide all the way to that man over there. And then once you glide back, before you're able to touch me and win, you have to do 3 forward swizzles. 3 forward. So even if you touch me and you don't do the swizzles, you can't win.
Okay, she's so fast.
And then you do 3 crossovers. 1, 2, 3, and then you touch the person.
None of us can do that. We had our hesitations at the challenge posed to us, yet we were undaunted in our quest to complete the course.
Okay. It's gonna be fun though.
Go Game Day! I had to admit that I might have had a slight advantage over my opponents thanks to my dance background. Our guest, Abby Maraño, displayed the same competitive spirit she's had on the volleyball court as she completed the challenge in 2nd place. The lone male in the group, Boom, managed to avoid finishing in last place. Not that bad for a guy. Gretchen struggled a bit, but if it was based on crowd support and cheers, she was definitely a winner. Eventually, she managed to finish the challenge without falling. Good job!
Okay, so after that showdown, that mini competition here at the SM International Ice Skating Rink here at the Mega Fashion Hall, I think that Mia won. And she's a dancer, so she has really good balance. As for Gretchen, she'll need a little more practice, and she's really going to be good too because she has good balance as well. Same with Abby. She can balance properly. She has also really good posture. And with Boom, he's actually a fast learner. So yeah, with a little more practice, maybe they can start skating too.
Woo! Grabe! Ang masasabi ko lang, bumalik ka tayo sa volleyball court.
Hindi natin kaya yung skating.
Pero ang galing mo Ang galing mo.
Teammate ko siya kasi we were like holding each other.
Yes, we're guiding each other. But Abby, diba, you recognize that at first it was scary, nakakatakot na mahulog ka, pero after a while, nawawala eh. Parang mas kampante ka na sa
Kailangan
ice.
mo lang safety, hindi ka mahuhulog.
If you like do it all over again, and then you master the skills, the basic skills, it would be really fun. Woo!
Mia looks so good. You look like a natural.
I tried my best.
You look like a natural. Ironic part is that you're around ice, but you're sweating because of the stress You know, you're trying to balance.
Trying to balance.
Yeah, and you're thinking about so many things. But we're also having so much fun. This is my first time to do it ever.
This is so fun. But once you get like your balance and that's just that confidence, once you cross that
Right.
step of like, I'm scared, and if you're not afraid to fall,
I think that's the key.
yeah, it's really fun. I mean, it's
So much
awesome
fun.
to get out of the heat of the
Oh,
summer
yeah.
and to come in here. This is awesome.
I
It's so much fun. We're still learning though, and we're still like
Yeah,
waddling
we'll
away.
see you later.
We'll see you later.
We'll see you later.
We're not permanently letting go, but I think it's time to temporarily bid adieu.
But don't worry, we will be back on your screens again next week.
Because the action never stops, it only pauses. I'm Mia Cabofin.
I'm Boom Gonzalez.
And I'm Gretchen Hall reminding you that every day is game day.
Ay, magaling si Abby! Go, Abby! Go, girl! Hands up!
Got that? You got that?
Whoa! Do your bounce, do your bounce!
This portion is brought to you by Rexona. The more you do, the more it works.